Okay, so we are discussing the first question of the paper that is provided to you. This paper is there in your WhatsApp groups. So people who are not participating today, you can have it from your WhatsApp groups, right? So yeah, the first question that they are asking is give short and exact answers. Select only the information from the following and write the labels of them. Yeah. So they're asking about only the information, right? So annual rainfall value of the previous 50 years in Sri Lanka. So it is an info. This is an information. So in your uh, answer script, label A should be there. Annual rainfall of Sri Lanka in year 2008. Again, it is an information. Annual rainfall, so we have to take the rainfall in the period of, or like, let's say for one particular year in 2018. So then we have to represent it. So this is the rainfall in year 2018. So it's an information. So data is taken, processed, and it is being delivered as the annual rainfall of Sri Lanka in year 2018. It rains in Sri Lanka. It is not an information because it's not complete. We don't know like to where it is
We don't know the
like in which period that it is going to that they are having a rain, like in how much or like what is the quantity, right? So is it heavy or light or we don't know. It's not complete. So it's not an information. We can't give an exact meaning if it says it rains in Sri Lanka, right? Part D, monthly sales values of a shop for previous 12 months. Again,
information.
So it has a specific time period and they say monthly sales values, right? So they are going to represent you the sales values month by month for last 12 years. So an information. Assessment result report
Not
of
the
a student.
information.
Of course, you are getting an information. So
Sir,
in that particular result, in the report, it will show what's the progress of the student, how he has been scored for some particular subjects, what are the places that he has a progress, and what is the areas that he need to have more progress, right? So likewise. So the answer for the first one is going to be A, B, D, and E, the labels. So each and every answer will give you 0.5 marks, which gives you 2 in total. Right? So yeah, that's how the first one goes. Give 3 specific advantages for a customer of online shopping. Yeah, for this I'll go with the marking scheme answers. Right? So yeah, let me check the marking scheme. Yeah. So these are the answers that they have given to you. Some answers are not correct in here, but for the second part, it is okay. You can see the first one, they only took B and E, not just B and E, right? So the answer for the second one is correct, right? So they are asking what are the advantages of online shopping. So you can say shopping can be done all over the world, more selection opportunities, able to see things and order at one's convenient place, more shopping opportunities in less time period or less time consuming, ability to do online payments, those kind of things. And if you got any alternative answers, just let me know. Then I'll tell you whether
sir,
it is
but there
correct
are
or wrong.
many disadvantages of online shopping also, no, sir.
Yeah, Rizwan, are you asking something?
No, sir. I said there are disadvantages of online shopping also. No? I just said that.
Okay. No worries.
Sir, like for disadvantages, can we write like no, sometimes the item that we preferred was not available, like
Come again, Rizwan?
like sir, the when doing online shopping, sir, when we choose an item, later
Okay.
we get it, did not get the preferred item. Is that also a good answer to write in the disadvantages?
Um, what you are saying is like we are not receiving what we have ordered, isn't it?
Yes, yes,
Yeah. Can be taken as a disadvantage.
yes, sir. That's what I asked.
Yeah. Utkarsha, 24-hour open, can deal with electronic payment methods. Yes. Those two are correct. You can take those answers as the correct answers. Okay, so the next question that they are asking about, what do we have here? Third one, name the generation of the computer in the computer evolution which uses the keyboard and the mouse. It's the third generation, right? So in the third generation, they had the keyboard and the mouse. So 2 marks for that. Right, so in the previous question, they were asking two facts. So you're going to have like one particular answer, 1 mark for one particular answer. So 1 into 2. Here, it's just 2 marks straight away. Okay. So then the fourth one, consider the table given below containing the device that gives computer hard copies and match appropriately from the items in the first column with the item in the second column. All right. And write only the pairs of labels in your answer sheet. Yeah. So like how? Dot matrix printer. So it is having a noise. So for A, it is G. For A, it is G. And laser printer. So dry ink powder is used. So that means for B, it is E is the answer. And bubble jet printer, liquid ink is used. For C, it is F. And thermal printer, used in the automated teller machines. Yes, so for D, H is going to be the answer. Again, each and every part will give you a 0.5. So that's how the 2 marks are being constructed. Right? Okay. The fifth one. Name the most appropriate guided media for the following occasions. Connecting computers of local area network inside a room. Yes. For this, what you can use? You can use twisted pairs. You can use fiber optics. Even if you have said STP and UTP, still you can have the answers. Shielded twisted pair and unshielded twisted pair. We are not using coaxial cables for this. So this goes with the first requirement. And CCTV cables, that is definitely a coaxial. And since they are asking the guided media over here, you can't say Wi-Fi kind of medias because those are unguided. Modern telecommunication cables, yes, fiber optics, right? That's the latest technology. And short distance data transmission across an area with electromagnetic interference. So since there is electromagnetic interference, it's better you use something which does not have a metal inside, like fiber optics. Right, so for each and every correct answer, so you only need to write a one media, right, even though there are many, specifically when it comes to the first one. So suggesting one media will give you 0.5 marks, which gives you 2 marks as the total. And the sixth is asking if the sky blue color is made by mixing red, green, and blue colors, 50, 153, and 204 respectively, represent the sky blue color using hexadecimal digits. Yes. Now, these are decimal values. So what they are doing is they For red, they have taken 50. For green, they have taken 153. For blue, they have taken 204. So what you can do is you can easily convert these things into a hexadecimal. So when you are converting 15 to a hexadecimal, you are going to divide it by 16. So once you divide it by 16, there will be like 3 16s for 50 and 2 is remaining. So 3 is less than 16. So you can start from the place you have stopped and goes with the remainder. So 32 in 16. 153 when it is divided by 16. So it's going to be how many? Like 9 16s, right? 10 of 16s are going to be 160. So 9 calculate to 144, right? So if it is 144, 9 16s and 9 is remaining. So your answer is going to be 99 in hexadecimal, because we stop when we receive something, when we receive something less than 16, when we are converting into the hexadecimal. So 204 can be divided by 16. So you can say 1 for 24 is remaining, for 44, 2 is remaining. 2 is the answer and 12 is remaining. 16 into 2 is 32. So 32 plus 12, it is going to be the 44, right? So again, you receive something less than 16. So you can write this, but not as 12. So 12 represents C and this 12 represents C as well. So your answer is going to be CC in hexadecimal, right? So you can represent answers as it represents separately, right? So or else you can represent this as a hexa value as well. Hexa value means you can write it like hash 3299cc. Even that will give you the marks. Okay, people, is that clear up to this point? Yes, everyone, is it clear? Okay. And yeah, I'm sorry, I changed the page. If you want to do any corrections, it's time for you to do the corrections. Anyone who is copying from the board? All right. So then if no one is copying from the board, I'm moving to the next page. Yes, in the next page, what they have provided to you is a small circuit. So they ask in draw the truth table to show all possible outputs D of the input A, B, and C in interrelated circuit given below. So what you have to figure out first is like what's the output of D? If something is going to receive from D, first it is starting from A and B over here. So this is an AND gate. So you are going to have A dot B as the output of this gate. And it is being connected as an input to the next gate. And there is a C input as well. Again, this is an AND gate. So this is going to give you A dot B from this particular line, and C comes from this line, means dot C, right? So this is the expression or the output of the D. So now since you know 3 inputs are there, So you can say, or you can draw the truth table at your will, right? So what I can do is I can take A, B, and C. Right, and I'm going to have my output A dot, B dot, C. All right, so the combinations are going to be like this: 4 zeros, 4 1s, and 2 zeros, 2 1s, 2 zeros, 2 1s, and 0 1, 0 1, 0 1, 0 1. So now it's a multiplication of all three things. Now, when it comes to the AND gate, you know, AND gate will produce a 1 when every input considered as a 1. So that means you are only getting 1 at the last line. In all other cases, it's going to give you a 0. So this is going to be its truth table. So if you have drawn the truth table, yeah, so it's 2 marks now. Yes, so you can take, if everything correct, you can take 2 marks. In case if you have messed with any combination, then of course you are going to reduce the marks. It's better you send me the answer if you need any clarification, like how much you're going to receive. Okay. People, are we clear about this? Okay. Right. So 8th question, I didn't ask you to do it. The 9th one, write the steps of using, what is this? Thesaurus in a word processing software. Now, thesaurus is for what? Thesaurus is there to find synonyms as well as the opposite words. What was the the one that you call to the opposite word? It's the other one is synonym. This is
Antonyms?
Antonyms, right? Yes, thank you. Thank you.
No, sir.
Antonyms, right? Antonyms, yes. So how we are going to do that? In Word, right? If you type something, right? So let me increase the font size. So let's say I type beautiful. So like once you select this, and you can go to the references as I remember. No, not the references. Review. Yeah, in review, you can go for the facility called thesaurus. So in thesaurus, it shows you what are the synonyms and antonyms over here. See? So that is why thesaurus is there. And yes, so your answer can be written like this. They have given you a model answer over here. So like yeah, there it is. So something similar to this should be there. Right, so see whether you have got it correctly. Right, so the final one, the question is something regarding the Excel. Yeah, given below is a part of the spreadsheet which has been used to analyze the marks of a student. students, marks of students. So analyze marks of one student has been taken using a formula and it has been copied using fill handle. Okay. So write the formula using the function which can be used to get the average of Suraj as given in the spreadsheet. So like you should be able to write the yeah, it's not good that they have asked function. Yes, I'll tell you why it is not good to ask the function, right? Because they are asking about the average of Suraj, right? So average of Suraj means Suraj is having an absent point as well. So you have to take the average of these things, right? So the problem is this 33.67 is there by adding 45.56 and divided by 3. And if you are going to do it inside an Excel, see what's happening. Right? So I just take two dummy marks, like let's say 45. Yeah, I'll take the exact thing, 45, 56, and absent. So 45, 56, and absent. Right? So if you write the function average, and if I choose these three as the range, it's going to give me 50.3, right? So which is not the answer that you can see in your paper, right? It's 33.67. So what you can do is, to have that thing, you can use the sum function, equal sum, and you can give these three, or the A1 colon B1.
Sir, but I wrote like I remember B6 colon D6.
B6, yeah, it should be, because it is there in the sixth one, right? So I'm talking regarding this reason, then I'll come to the question, right?
Okay.
So divide by 3, right? So this will give you the 33.67 thing, right? So according to your question, what it's going to be, as Rison says, 45 is in B6 and 56 is in C6. So either you can say B6 plus C6 divide by 3. Likewise, you can give. Or you can say B6 plus C6 plus D6 divide by 3. Still you are getting the answer.
The sum equals no?
Yeah, so you can write it using sum as well. Equal sum B6 colon C6 divide by 3. Or you can say equal sum B6 colon D6 divide by 3. Any particular formation can be used. Right? So, yeah. And again, there will be a slight problem if you are going to have these two as your formula. It's going to be a problem because of this. Analyze mark of the student has been taken using formula and it has been copied using fill hand. Right? Then, okay, copy කරලා නම් තියෙන්නේ each and every cell is going to have the exactly same range. But when it comes to the Indiraj, we need to consider all three values of him. Okay? So I mean B6 plus C6 divided by 3 cube. Just these things are going to be considered. Right? So because of that, don't go with this. Better you write one of these two. Right? Then it will be, it can be copied to anywhere in the E column to find the average. Right. So people, you can calculate how much you got out of 20. You can take the marks for the part 8 as 2 marks, right? So see how much you got out of 20, right? So 2 marks for each and every part. So the this particular one will give you 2 marks, the formula, and yeah, writing about the thesaurus will give 2 marks as well, and the 8 you are going to have 2 marks anyway. I didn't. I asked you not to write it, so just 2 marks. And the truth table, it's going to have 2 marks again. So each and every part is having 2 marks. So he see how much you got out of 20, right? So anyone who scores 20 out of 20? Yes. Okay. 19, 18, 17.
Sir, for Roman number 2, how many marks? For each?
2 marks. 2 marks. Each and every part is going to have 2 marks.
Sir,
So do the
Roman,
calculation and send me the marks.
Roman number 3 and 4? Sir,
Everything has 2 marks, Rizwan.
Okay, sir.
Every part is having 2 marks.
Sir, then Roman number 1 is having 5 marks, no?
Not 5. It's 0.5 for each part. That means altogether 2 marks. Right? So it has 4 parts. So each and every part will give you 0.5.
Each and every part 0.5.
Yeah, so 0.5. So together it's 2 marks. Okay, Utkarsha, that's a good mark. Yes, how about others? Dilendya? This one?
Wait.
Daddy, can you help me? Something's wrong with it. Please.
Okay, Dilendya, that's good. But you have to work a little bit more to have something beyond 15, right? Okay, and people who have sent me the marks, I want you to try the Excel question in this paper, right? So Excel question, as I remember, it's the 5th question, right? Let me check. Yeah, 5th question. So try the 5th question. Then after we'll try the word one as well as the date one, right? So for this, it's not a very big question, people. I'll give you 10 marks for 10 minutes, right? So time is 4:21. By 4:31, I'm going to discuss this, right? So meanwhile, Rizwan, you can send me the total and try the fifth one. Right. So the first question that they're asking is, they have given the spreadsheet and it has the cash receipts, which is let me check the open code. Yeah. Yeah, over here. So they have the cash receipts somewhere over here. These are this is the income of her, right? And the expenditures per month is stated here, and those expenses are added up over here. So likewise, 3 months, which is May, June, and July, is added up over here. And this gives you the total expenditure, right? So here her expenditures are there, and this is her total income, right? So there she has done the maximum total expense, the cash receipts, and the cash in hand at the end of the term, that means the savings, and the percentage of the cash in hand from the total amount of cash receipts. Right, so the first question that they are asking is, state the formula that should be in F4. F4 means where? Let me clear this out quickly. Yeah. F4 means over here. This is F4. To calculate her total expenses of May using the cell references only. Yes. So you can write equals C4 plus D4 plus E4. Right? So that can be taken as the answer. Since it is asking about a formula, it's better you go with the cell references and the operators. Right? And if you have written sum over here, just take only 1 mark. Right? So if you wrote this one, you can have 2 marks. If you wrote some function over there, take only 1 mark. So the second one, what is the function that should be in cell F8? Cell to calculate the maximum total expenses in the second term. Yeah. So like maximum total expenses in the second term. So they're asking what is the function that should be in F8. F8 is right over here. To calculate the maximum total expenses in the second term, that means the entire thing, right? So what we are going to do is, like, we can use equal max, within brackets you have to say the maximum total expenses. So the total expenses range goes where? From here to here, right? So this is the range. So I have to say max, the column is F, so F4 colon F6, right? So this is F4, this is F6. Or either you can say equal max F6 colon F4, right? Or you can say equal max, open brackets, F4 comma F5 comma F6, likewise as well. So if you write any, you can have 2 marks for that. So the third part, it is asking write the formula that should be in F9 cell to find the total cash receipts of this term by using the function. So the total cash receipts are over here. So cash receipts is said over here, right? Which is the column B, right? Yes. So what should be? They are asking they're asking a formula, right? So it's better you go with equals what? B4 plus B5 plus B6 is going to give you total cash receipts. You can write the sum function as well, but since they have said the formulas, it's better you go with the operators and the cell references. Right? Hold on. I'm sorry. I didn't capture the last part. It says using the function. So yes, if you have written this answer, you are going to have only 1 mark. So the correct answer is going to be the sum function equals sum, open brackets, B4 colon B6. Or you can say equal sum, open brackets, B4 comma B5 comma B6. Going to give you 2 marks. If this answer is there, 2 marks. If the cell reference and the plus operator is used, only 1 mark. Fourth one, what is the formula that should be in F10 cell to calculate the cash in hand at the end of the term? So cash in hand is calculated. That means this is calculated by what? By reducing the total expenditure from the total cash receipts, right? So we can write this equals the cash receipts is there at the F9 reduce the F7, right? So if you got this, 2 marks. And I'll give you some extra hint over here. In case if they ask you to write this using a function, we know that we don't have a function to show the reduction, right? But you can use some function like this, equal sum. This is not they have not expecting that answer over here, but you can write this sum function like this. Let's equal sum F9 comma minus F7. If you have written the sum function like this, it's going to give you the same answer, right? But in this paper, you are going to have 2 marks only for this answer. Right, so the fifth one, what they're asking is, what is the formula that should be in F11 to find the percentage of the cash in hand form, the total cash receipts? So they have given you the equation, what they are using to have the percentage. So you only need to map this thing with a particular cell references, right? So how we are going to do this? You can say equals, so we know that cash in hand is there in F10, so we can say F10 divided by total cash receipts, that is F9, right? And multiplied by 100, right? So that's going to give you the answer. So if you got this, 2 marks are given, right? So 10 marks for the entire question. So see how much you got out of 10 and send me the marks as well. And I want you to quickly go through the second question. So not the second, the third question, the word question, right? Right, Dilendya, okay. Do the corrections, right? Learn the mistakes that you have done. That's good. But you have to advance further, right? And try the third question, which is the word processing software related one.
Sir,
Yes, Rizwan.
sir, do you like full-time teach, sir, or do you have another profession, sir?
I'm a full-time teacher. So
Ah,
like in the morning hours, I'm teaching at the government school, and in the evening, I'm focusing on my tuition field.
sir. I thought you were in the meantime working as an engineer, sir.
No, no, no way, no way, no, not like that, brother. Yes, how about the other two? Rison, Utkarsha?
Done, sir. Done, sir.
Yeah, how about your marks for the Excel?
For the question number one, sir, I
So this is about a Word document or a creation which is done by the word processing software. So they are asking, write 4 tools which have been used to format the title shown in the label A. Yeah, so yes, you can use one. There are many things that you can use. So you can simply say the font type because it has different font type, as well as font size, and you can go with the bold as well as italic, underline, and you can say center alignment as well. Right, so those kind of things can be taken. Right, so any 4 of this will give you 2 marks. Right, and the next question, what are the tools used to format or create the things displayed in B, C, D, and E? Yeah, so for B, what you have used is, we call it drop cap. And for C, it is insert image. And for D, it is bullets. For E, you can say either a page border, or else you can say shapes. Right, so if you have given those answers, you are given another 2 marks. Right, and the third one, if the above document has been created using the concept of cloud computing, write 2 advantages of it. Right. So what are the advantages of cloud computing? Let me take you the advantages from the market scheme. These are the things that they have said. See, less expenses for software, no maintenance problems, updated software can be used, efficiency is higher, less use of hard disk space. So cloud computing means like we are not keeping this stuff in our computer. Instead of that, we are working with the document or with the software which is in the cloud. Right? So we don't need any space to store that software. And again, we really don't need to install the software, right? And it will be updated automatically, and the latest version will be given for us always. That is the nature of the cloud computing. And you don't need to bother about the maintenance, right? And you really don't need to pay a bigger price. So most probably they are free. If you think about the Google Docs, it's a free thing that we have. Right?
Sir, we had right to.
Yes, Rizal?
We had right to, no?
Didn't get you.
We had right two answers, right? Sir?
Yes, you only need to write two answers. Yes. So, and the final one that they're asking is they're asking to write a software which can be used, this facility, the Google, not the cloud computing facility. So you can say Google Docs, Office 365, right? Yeah, those two are the best. Right? Google Docs or Office 365. So other than that, there is no prominent cloud services. Right? In iOS, they use Pages. So you can access the Pages online by logging into your Apple IDs, right? In Android, it has Google Docs, and Office 365 is there by the Microsoft Corporation. So it will give you 2 marks as well. And yeah, so like how they have given the marks for this. Yes, for the second part, they have given 4 marks. So I have it 4 marks for the drop caps, insert picture, bullet list, shape or border. For that, you are having 4 marks, right? So that's how the 10 marks are given. Right, so first one, it is only 2, second it is 4, third it is 2, and fourth it is 2 again. You see how much you got out of 10. Very good with that, Utkasha. Right. So since the time is up, I'm going to end the session from here, people. And I wish you good luck for the term test. Right. So we have done a nice MCQ paper and we discuss it. So today we discuss 3 questions regarding Excel, Word, and things. As a first question, like everything is there, right? So your questions will be something very similar to like this. So go through, have confidence, and go give your best, right? So you can do it better, right? So thank you very much, everyone. I'm going to end the session from here. So by next week, we are going to start the new lesson, right? So I'm having the thought of starting the Microsoft PowerPoint, then after going to the operating systems, right? We'll see, right? So anyway, by next week, I'm going to start one of the new lessons, right? Okay, people. So thank you very much. I'm going to end the session from here, and I'll see you on next week for the very same time.
Goodbye, sir.
Right, okay. Thank you, everyone. Right, Utkasha, thank you.